Hey, what's up? In this video, I just want to go through a few things to think about when you are planning your LED graphics and some tips and tricks along the way. So let's start with planning. So when you plan, you just listen to your song and familiarize yourself with the song that you're gonna do the graphics for. And the basically when you think about putting up your graphics, it's also the same concept as putting up your lights. It's like you are playing a visual instrument and you are complementing the musicians, you're complementing the songs, and you're playing along with whatever that the musicians are playing along with, and enhancing the mood and the vibe that is happening in the moment. So the basic setup that you can start with if you are totally new and starting out is to follow the song structure and take a look at the lyrics, take a look at the song, and then how it breaks down from the verse, chorus, the second verse, the bridge, and so on, things like that. Plan your graphics with according to the speed of the song. So other than the visual and the color, there's also how the speed of the graphics affects how it goes along with the current which part of the song it is on. So for example, the verse would be a slower song. The verse will be slightly slower, the chorus will pick up a lot, and then maybe the bridge is somewhere in the middle. That's a simple way to think about it. And then you choose your graphics that are in the same, that have the same look. So for example, in this particular example that we are looking at right now, this is Leaving Now. All the graphics chosen were from the same group of graphics that were made, and then they have the same colors, the same style, and it makes the song much more cohesive. It looks like it's been intentionally created or selected for this song. And if you take a look at this, the changes for the song or the changes of the graphics is intentionally made at the change of the different sections of the song. So let's go to another one here. Okay, let's take a look at this example and break it down a little bit more in detail. So going along with the flow of the music of the song, one of the points that you can come in and bring your graphics is when the music starts playing already. So it is at this point that you could have already put on a graphic. Let's rewind it for a bit. Dun 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 dun. So you hear the dun 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 dun. So you can slowly fade in your graphics, or if it is very hard, if the music comes in very quick, then you can come in very quickly as well. So it's like the lights that just came in is already on because it complements the music that is playing at this time. And then the singing starts. So this is another time that you can come in and put in your graphics. But no worries if you haven't. You might still be preparing and sorting things out, things like that. So you can always wait. You can always wait for the right time to come in, and you will look more intentional than just putting it on. So nothing against Cheryl, for everyone is still learning. So what Cheryl is doing right now is at this part where it went, oh, this is where we belong. So this part here, bum, da, da, da. So there's a slight change in the whole, I don't know what you call that. That whole, this is where, it's like a pre-chorus. All this whole part is like a pre-chorus. So as it builds up, you also can build up together with it. So look at the lights. So you are just as much playing with the lights as you are playing with the 3D graphics. So this is another part where you can just come in, or you can fade out. Like what we did earlier on. You can fade out, give it a black, and then let the lights take more of the focus. And then this is another part where you can just go crazy with it. You can fade between two graphics, left and right, according to the beat. And then you can feel, okay, now you tone down again. So you can either fade out to black or fade to another graphic that is slower. So this is, so the feeling now is back to the verse 1, and from Cheryl's point of view, she made a mistake, and that's totally okay. All you have to do is just not beat yourself up with it. If not, you will kind of get into a downward spiral. So just flow with your mistake in this way. What I did, I just faded the graphic down to a lower level, so that it just doesn't, it's not as harsh, and it allows the lyrics to be shown more a bit, and then the graphics is still not that bad, not that fast or not that crazy that I cannot still show it at a lower intensity and still work. So listen to the beat now. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can follow this beat and fade in your graphic and manually give it that like a dimmer spread or a stroke kind of effect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I really try to make the graphics in groups, where we have some slightly faster and some slightly slower, for especially for faster songs. For slower songs, no, but make them in groups, and then we can use this group as a whole for one song, and that will make the song look much more cohesive. Okay, let's go to the next one. So look at how the lights are going manual, like coming on and off, on and off, on and off. You also can do the same thing with the LED graphics. You can manually bring up the intensity on and off, on and off, on and off, because it is still the same concept. That's everything that you learn from lights is the same concept as everything you learn in LED graphics. Is the basis of it is all the same. So when you want to anticipate the flow or the energy, the intensity of it, right, you can always think of it that if you're not very familiar with the song, just know that when it is at a low moment, it will likely to continue to go up, and when it goes up, it will likely to go down, and when it goes down, it will likely to go back up, and then when it goes up, it will likely to go down again, and it will probably end. So something along that lines, where everything that goes up will eventually come down, and it's like a bouncing ball kind of idea. So anticipate that either things will go higher or lower, and you can plan and get ready to put up your next graphic that is either much faster, more energy, and then go boom, So over here is fading between the different graphics, and then also clicking on different graphics at the same time. So there's quite a few things going on, but then at the speed of that chorus part, right, you really can go crazy. Then slow down much more during the verses. So you see that no longer I, then after that we just take that moment, take that opportunity to change and fade. So you can also do blackouts, things like that. Where blackouts are good for allowing the lights to get more of the focus, and when you do that, the light beams have a lot more contrast, and you're able to see the light beams much more clearly, and can play around with how you do that, especially during that like crazy moments like that. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, let's take a look at this. That was a very good opportunity to come in and just hit it. Turn on, turn off, turn on, turn off, turn on, turn off, dun, dun, dun. So this particular one has uses this group of cross graphics, and he also has this colorful strobing effect. Yeah, this colorful strobing effect. So for this particular song, this person chose to play with this two groups of graphics, and I think it still works relatively well. So when it comes back down, then we go back to the cross-light graphics. Let's take a look. So look at how the graphics we're using is also very the look and the effect that the graphics is giving is also very similar to the lights that is currently giving. It's like a left and right thing, and then the light is on the other direction. So it's really interesting how you think that lights is so similar, so complementary to what graphics is doing. We are not just playing a video on screen. Okay, let's take a look at this one. So what I like about this is that throughout this whole song, it is just this particular black and white distortion kind of graphic. And the good thing about white is that it complements any light color that you are using. So it won't be, because white is still a neutral, is kind of a neutral color, or it's not color, but it's just an absence of color. But white is neutral and can whatever light color that is happening right now is blue, so blue and white is still fine. Yeah, and then there's already white on the stage lights here. So over here it is slow graphics. Obviously it's a very slow graphics for this song, and that's totally fine. What you can do is to manually adjust the intensity of the graphic, like how the lights is turning on and off to the beat, da da da. So you can also fade between A and B channel and put two different graphics. That one is slower, and then the other one can be also slower, but it's a different contrast that we are able to see the difference. For this particular one, you can see that there is actually masking going on. Look at how the lights go, da 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 da. So do that for your graphics also, da 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 da, and then let's go forward a little. At the later part of this song, we use a different mask that is a different mask that when you place on top of slow songs, it creates a fast song effect. You get what I mean? So yeah, so right now this is a mask where it spreads from the center. So this is rectangles that spread from the center. So we are able to see this look. Okay, now it's faded off. Yeah, so that look that where you just turn on and off, can make use of that. And then you can see how this masking is using the same graphics, but when you put a mask over it, and then the mask is very quick, fast, gives that very cool look. So don't be afraid if you make a mistake and you put on slow graphics on for fast song. You can always rectify it by immediately pulling it off and on, and then look like you are kind of like strobing, and then after that placing a mask over it that is really fast. Okay, next. Okay, this one is a good example to see that all the different nuances, all the different small points that you can do changes, quick changes, it's very slightly and deliberately changing. You will let go, and you can anticipate. Love won't let me down. And the good thing is that this stroke of the love is already built into the video. You can anticipate this next jump. Love won't let me, and something else. So you can plan how you want to make the change. Listen to the song as you do it, and then plan your graphics accordingly, and rehearse it with yourself, with the music playing in your ears, and then try to click around and make sure that everything is easy for yourself to flow. If it is your first time, if it is your first few times even, and once you get a hang of it, then you can sort of like wing it, or just go through the banks and then quickly play around with things like that. So this one comes up. Alright. Okay, let's take a look at this slow song as we wrap up. So you can see these black edges here, this black areas. What I like about this is that it kind of blends the edges between what is the screen and what is outside of the screen, and it gives a lot more illusion of depth. And when you put on worship visuals or worship songs, right, don't have to put a lot. This level is really good because it adds on to whatever the light is doing. Doesn't overwhelm the light, doesn't overwhelm the lyrics, and it is definitely not gonna be overwhelming visually for the audience. So at this part, so this is really nice. This particular look is really nice. We have a bit of graphics, no lyrics, and then we have very little face light in the center, a lot more stage light, and as a mood, it is very suitable for times when things settle a bit down like this. So what I would have done is I will keep the graphics here, and you hear the wow 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 sound that the musician is playing. So you can sit on that and then leave that graphics there at probably like 10-20%, and let it flow through and carry to the next song. So it doesn't look so bare during this part. So this part, the next song already started. It's easier to just ride along and then let the graphics stay instead of trying to turn off, turn on, and try to do so much transitions. It's probably not that easy to quickly transit over to another graphic. And then the song is building up already, and it helps to, so lights might take a longer time to transit if lights transit lah. That's why I prefer not to always keep changing the lights, but just stay with this and then slowly build up as it goes, so you can stretch that transition or the fading in a lot more slowly, probably over maybe 10-20 seconds or however long that you feel it as it builds up. You slowly push it very, very slowly. So there you saw a change in the song, or not a change in the song, change in the part of the song. You can use that as the opportunity to flow with it and change the graphics at the same time. So the song is still building up, and it's good to leave some room for the amount of intensity you can go up. You can always go up, or you can think of changing the graphics. So for worship, you don't have to go all the way up. You can always keep to like maybe 50%, and then you give yourself some room to bring the energy a bit higher and a bit higher and a bit higher. Because if you're all the way up at 100%, you don't allow yourself some room to maneuver in that sense if the energy picks up again. So this part I really like it, because let's go back. To leave me here, you can really feel the music bringing down the energy. It's like there's a vacuum and you want to flow with it. And then the voice came on, and then you just slowly fade it back just a little bit again. Let's take a look at that again. Boom. And then the voice comes in, and yes. And you can just leave it at this level. Alright, so that's all I have for this video. Thank you for watching.